Hey everybody, we are here today. Jim's behind the camera. I'm Donnie, here to tell you about a brand new van that we just finished. So this is number 6 in our build series. It's a Ford. As you can see, it's brand new, doesn't even have plates on it. It's the Transit 350, which is the heavy duty, not a dually, so it's going to ride nice and smooth. It also has the EcoBoost upgraded twin turbo engine, which is another $1,495 upgrade from Ford. Has the full towing package with the multi electrical hookups, whether you're using the skinny connection or your big wide fat one. You'll notice there's no windows in the back of the van. That's for a reason, which we'll go into later. And then up here, something very, very cool. That's the exhaust for your vent fan. We don't believe in cutting holes in the ceiling. The one thing that all van lifers have to worry about is water getting in their van and electrical fires, and we don't believe in either of those. So let me come around here and we'll get into the fan here in a minute. As you can see up here, we have 420 watts of solar. They are 210 watts each of new power technology mounted onto 80/20 aluminum rails. We moved all the electronic solar panels back to the very back of the van to optimize the amount of space up at the front, so that if you wanted to add a deck or do something really cool later, you could. We don't believe in cutting any holes in the roof, like we said, so we have mounted them onto the native Ford mounting points, so you don't have to worry about your roof ever leaking. So let's go check out the inside. This van also came with a lot of really cool stuff from Ford. Here you're going to see you have a single piece of plastic that's made by Ford. It's really nice. There's no crooks and crannies to get a bunch of junk in, because if you've ever had a van, you'll know that every time you're getting in and out, this is a place that usually gets the nastiest. So you can actually just wash this out if you wanted to. Also has the upgraded insulated floor by Ford, and what that has, it's got insulated back, but this flooring is bulletproof. It's electricians and plumbers have been stomping on this stuff for who knows how long, 50 years probably. And I'm not going to say that it can't be torn, but it's very, very difficult too. And we'll come on in here, Jim. This vehicle also has cruise control, which is really an upgrade in these vans because they're made for delivery, so a lot of them don't have cruise. That's something you really want to check for. Also has the lane departure warning or lane assist, and then it also has an electronic governor where if your kid's driving it and you don't want them going over 60 miles an hour, you can set it and forget it, and they can't speed, hopefully. We also added a swivel by us swivel seat. This thing will turn all the way around. It's very nice because then you can also, once you get it, you can slide it back and forth while it's still on the swivel. This van also came with 4 keys. If you've ever lost one of these and you go to Ford, you'll know that they're like about 100 to 200 bucks, and this vehicle came with 4 of them. Another thing that has is 2 other little remotes that we're going to talk about here in a little bit. So we've added, this is from Ford, obviously, the overhead compartment, but it has, we added privacy curtains. So if you're changing clothes, sleeping, whatever, you want to make it nice and private, you can. We've also purchased, right here you'll see from Being Made Gear, magnetic window coverings. You can get close here, Jim. Well, you can kind of hear the, you can hear the magnets clicking in. So we have it for the driver's side. We also have one mounted on the passenger side. And then we have window coverings for your 2 front windows, which are, the side ones are magnetic. The front window, the way the A-pillar comes from Ford, it's plastic all the way around. And so you have to basically put it in place and then put your visors down to hold it in place. Good place to store these is underneath the couch. This is a 62-inch sofa that has storage underneath. You can look under there, Jim. You can hide all kinds of good stuff under there. And the other nice thing is, this couch folds down to be a bed. So not only do you have a full-size bed in the back, you also have a bed here. All right. Well, let's come into the kitchen. Come on in. All right, we're gonna go kind of over the electronics. So this is to control all your DC stuff. This is your water pump that we'll get into in the back. This one that looks like biohazard is for your gray water. And then you have a neutral one which isn't hooked up to anything currently. The nice thing about this is it also has some USB ports for plugging in phones, things like that. And it also has the ability to see what the voltage is on your system. So you can see if your solar, or if your battery isolator or DC to DC converter, or your shore power, how much you have charged on your battery, which is really nice. Here you have your water gauge. We have a 30-gallon water tank in the back. Shows you how full it is. It's kind of hard to tell here, but it is backlit in red. And then we can turn your lights off and on. Let's shine this light right here. You see that? I'll turn them on. And these are also on a dimmer, which is really nice. I'll go ahead and turn these up. And then you have your Webasto heater control. Basically, it's a rheostat dial. You turn it on and your van will stay nice and toasty. That's actually down here to the left, Jim. I'm gonna show them. This is where the Webasto heater ports out into the cabin area. All right. And then I'll just go ahead and turn that off. Down here we have the Dometic cooler. One side is a fridge. One side is a freezer. The nice thing about the Dometics are, you can actually pull this out. It's got a separate cable if you want to plug it into 120, take it in your house, take it into a friend's, ranch or whatever. You can just pull it out and you can plug it in. It also has Bluetooth capability through Dometic. You download their app and you can adjust the temperature on either side. You can make both sides a cooler, both sides a freezer, or either or vice versa. So those are really, really nice. Here you have these are Corian counters. We also did little Corian, little step ups over here on the sides, little nightstands, I guess you might call it. There's another one over on this side. We have a nice deep stainless steel undermounted sink. And then we have this, it's a gravity feed down into a 5-gallon gray water tank underneath. Literally, you just open underneath. When you see that it's looking full, you flip this switch on right here. And I don't know if you heard that sound, but that's a gray water valve opening and closing. Paper towel holder, because everybody needs paper towels when you live in a van. Jim, let's switch spots here. All right. Now I'm back in van of white mode here. Here we have 16 feet of mule bags. These are 48 inches each. If you've ever owned a van, or if you've never owned a van, overhead cabinets, squeak, creak. They hurt like you know what when you hit your head on them, and they're very heavy, so you add a lot of top weight. These things are ultra light. They're really cool because they have pouches on the end that you can stick things in. Tons of carabiner holes where you can put a carabiner on there and hang a Bluetooth speaker or hang a water bottle. Look underneath here, you'll see there's little storage cubbies all the way down and places to hang stuff. These are really, really cool. We choose to use these because they mount to L brackets. It's called L-track, and we like them because they don't make any noise. And when you're going on a 1,500-mile trip and your cabinets are going, it really does suck. Shiplap throughout. We use rock wool and Havelock wool insulation in every cavity that we can get our fingers into. We have a 6-inch memory foam medium firmness mattress. We have UGG bedding and some really, really nice sheets. Let me show you down here. Down here we use it's a 1.5 gallon Thetford porta potty toilet. It's really nice. It has flushing capabilities. All you do is you fill this side with water, and then when you push this down, it puts all the 1 and 2 down in the bottom. It disconnects. You carry the bottom part into a RV dump site, porta potty, the house, whatever. You unscrew a little thing, dump it out. It's really nice because the toilets and showers are probably the 2 things that people argue about the most in van life. Do they want a composting toilet, which has to be permanent? You have to have a vent fan to suck all the smell out. This is totally self-contained. And if you want to add something different, you can throw this in the dumpster. It's not the end of the world. Above that, we have a microwave. 700-watt microwave. Ta-da! It even comes with a manual that's still in there. That was on accident. So it's a 700-watt microwave. Up here we have, on top of the Corian counters, here's your place where you plug in. Oh, I didn't show this. Comes with an induction cooktop and an induction pan. There's the cooktop right there. So this is really cool. We can kind of zoom in on this, Jim. This top part, if you lay your phone on here, is a wireless charger. Let's see here. I don't know if you can zoom in and see my app. It already went away. Anyway, you just lay your phone on there and that turns in, it starts on, it says wireless charging canceled, watch. There you go, you can see that it came on. So it's wirelessly charging my phone right now. I take it off and this says wireless charging disconnected. The other nice thing about this is, you just spin this out of the way and you can see that it has two 120 ports and two USB ports. So this is where you can plug in your blenders, your phones, your GoPros, all that other good stuff. This shower head also is pretty neat. Let me show you this. We designed this and put it here so that you could spin this around this way, and then you could always take it outdoor shower if you wanted to. Pull it out here, and it's got a counterweight over here. You'll see right there, and that can be adjusted. If you don't want to do outdoor showers, you can shorten that, or you can leave it long. It's up to you. All right, let's go around the back, and we're going to talk about all the other good stuff in the back. This is where the money is right here. All right. So in the back of the van, let's show them our cool vent fan system. Comes with two remotes. Basically, you can turn your fan on. I don't know if you can hear that. It also has a rheostat where you can leave it running on low, run it on high, super high. Also has a light, so if you're outside, I'm gonna turn the fan off. If you're outside and it's nighttime and you're, just came in from doing some cross-country skiing at night or whatever, you can come in here. You've been doing mountain biking like Jim loves to do. You come over here and you got an outdoor light in the back. We've also included some LED lights under here. It's hard to tell because of daylight, but it really lights up underneath the cabin. We put two of them up high so that it cascades light over everything. We have an outdoor shower that has a quick connect right here. It's a little curly, looks like a shower handle. That just connects on and off as one. This is where you fill your water. Super simple. Let's come over and let's point some of this stuff out, Jim. This is where the water sensor is. This is a 30-gallon freshwater tank. Here we use Seaflow marine grade water pumps. We also include a blowout system. You can connect your air compressor right here, open this valve, and there's one on the back side. And what that'll do is push air through your entire system so that you can winterize your system. So that's one of the things a lot of van lifers don't think about is, what do I do whenever it freezes and I'm not in my van for a couple of days? And then they come back and then they got leaks everywhere because everything cracked. We don't put hot water heaters in here because those are the one things that most people have problems with. Everybody thinks they need hot water at their sink, and when you live in a van, you really don't. If you had an indoor shower built in your van, I would say yes, you need it. But we've left room to put it, and it's already pre-wired to where you could just plug one in if you wanted to. Over here on the electrical side, you'll see down here we have the Webasto. Something pretty unique we did. Lithium-ion batteries hate cold weather. If it gets below 32 degrees in your cab of your van, the chemical reaction that takes place for the lithium battery to produce energy doesn't take place when it gets below freezing. So what we did was we drilled holes in this pipe pointing toward the batteries so that when your Webasto heater is on, it's not only blowing hot air on each battery, then it goes up and it pours out into the main part of the van. We purposely left this open all the way so that if somebody had kayaks, you can put kayaks through there. Some people like to travel with their pets. They can put a pet kennel back here, still have access to it. It really opens up the inside a little bit. Obviously, if you're somebody that wanted to close it off, you could. We made this high enough to where you can put mountain bikes underneath here, and it's long enough to be able to put a mountain bike. I'll show you the coolest thing about the back of the van here in a little bit. Here's the full Renogy system. So we have a Renogy 40 amp MPPT charge controller for the solar. We use all marine grade shutoffs and switches. We have the Renogy inverter charge controller. That's what takes the 12 volt, converts it to 120 volts. And that's the largest one Renogy makes, which is a 3000 watts. So you can run a lot of stuff off of it. Have another 110 plug if you want to plug in air compressors, things like that. If you've never owned a Ford, very unique to Ford, this door, you can lock it so that it won't move. So if it's windy, you lock both of them, put a magnetic shower curtain upside down, have your little thing in here, take an outdoor shower in kind of privacy. The other thing that's nice is if you unlock it, we'll do it on the side where it's easier. So there it's locked, it won't move. If I unlock it, it'll actually spin all the way around. And you kind of look over here, Jim. Point this out. Ford puts two little caps here that are magnetic. So when you put it down here, it kind of locks in place. And you can kind of hear it kind of click loose. So you can come back around over here. I'll let you come through so I'll lock you in. So I'll lock that so I don't get hurt. Lots of room. We also put two heavy-duty hooks that are bolted through the inside of the back. I think they call this the D-frame or D-pillar, so that you could back up to some trees and you could put some hammocks. You know, you could put a swing, whatever you want back there. And then this is actually mounted high enough where you can take a pair of skis, flip your brakes up, and skis could slide underneath there. Snowboards wouldn't work probably because of your bindings unless you have the really flat ones. But here's something else. So this slides out all the way to here. So we do this on both sides. You have an awesome picnic table. You have a work area to put your stuff on. You can put a front plate on here, and you can put a bike fork on here and mount your mountain bike on here. This is really, really nice. And then you can see how much room it opens up on the inside. These are locking. So you just let it go. It'll go back about halfway, it locks again. You push them down again. They go all the way, and then they're locked in place. So, if you're interested in finding out more about this van, don't hesitate to reach out to us, and hopefully this will be your new home.